Hello, I'm Zachary Van Zant, and this is Political News. For the last few months, the Democratic primaries have been roaring. Leading candidates are Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, and Pete Buttigieg. At least they were. As of March 1st, Pete Buttigieg is no longer in the Democratic primaries. He quit. Why would he quit? He was doing well in the primaries, right? Well, not exactly. Pete Buttigieg was in third place with his amount of delegates. He was quite far behind Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden. Joe Biden alone has twice the amount of delegates than Pete does. Was this incentive enough to quit? Apparently so. Tuesday, the 3rd of March, was the Super Tuesday of this election. Super Tuesday is the day that a lot of states do their primaries. This is so that the country can get a gauge of who is really leading the race. It's a major event in the primaries, but it still happens quite early on in the process. Primaries and caucuses will still be happening up until June. The results of Super Tuesday were quite staggering. Up until Super Tuesday, Bernie Sanders was leading the running and even seemed to be on the rise. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's numbers were sort of dropping, but since the Super, that has switched. Joe Biden is on the rise, while Bernie is plateauing. What happened? Well, it started with Joe Biden winning in unexpected states, such as Texas and North Carolina, and although Bernie did win California, it might be too little, too late. Then, fallen candidates began showing support for Biden instead of Bernie. Will Bernie lose the primaries for a second time? Only time will tell. I'm Zachary Van Zant, and this has been Political News.
Hi, I'm Clayton Cockfield, and today we're going to be talking about psychological evolution. As seen throughout the world when The Mandalorian was showing, everybody loves Baby Yoda. But why? This is connected to how we have evolved and the response we get from characters like Baby Yoda. This has to do with the configuration of the face and the size of the eyes that triggers a baby response, similar to how humans feel in awe when they see baby animals. Babies were designed to attract care, as adults were to care for them. Although Baby Yoda is the newest attraction, many companies use similar figures to bring in the same response. For example, the new Baby Peanut simulates the same feeling and intrigues us. Another character, Baby Sonic the Hedgehog, produces exactly that and is one of the reasons it has done so well in attracting an audience. Characters like this help sell and are used in everything. With it now becoming clear what today's audiences are craving, it's possible to predict what future media content will hold. This is Clayton Cockfield, GWN, St. Paul's.
Welcome to Guerrilla Sports News. I'm Mason Samples, and this is Brock Zorns.
Hey y'all, we got some sports news today. Let's see what we got today.
Let's start with an update on Zion Williamson. In his recent game against the Lakers, he scored 35 points with 7 rebounds.
Yeah, he's been putting up some nice stats. Zion is still young, but LeBron has definitely showed him what it was like to be in the big leagues. However, after the game, he gave him some words of encouragement.
Yeah, LeBron put up 35 points, 12 rebounds, and 13 assists.
Yeah, and that's another triple-double for him. And since we're talking about basketball, let's talk about college basketball.
Right, now Kansas is leading with a record of 26-3, only losing 3 games to top 25 teams.
I really think they're going to win the whole tournament with no problem at all. They have a really good team with a lot of talent.
I don't watch a whole lot of college, so I'll have to take your word on that. As we all know, the NFL just had their combine, but what some of you don't know is that the XFL is just getting started.
Yeah, the new league has 8 teams located across the United States. The Houston Roughnecks are winning in the West, and the St. Louis Battlehawks are leading in the East.
They have special rules, different footballs, and other small differences between the NFL, but the coolest is definitely their jerseys. That's all we have for y'all today. This has been Guerrilla Wolves Sports.
A new luxury item is starting to trend within the wealthier community. Buying dinosaur fossils? Yes, full-body Allosaurus, Ichthyosaurus, Stegosaurus, and T-Rexes, and more are joining some spendthrifty folks' mansions. One buyer, a Beverly Hills real estate developer, just paid $1.5 million to add an Allosaurus to an already $38 million mansion. This 12,500 square foot, 5-bedroom mansion has a sauna and a steam room, movie theater, game room, a 1,000-foot-long driveway, and 10,000 square feet of outdoor space. That wasn't enough for the real estate developer, who decided that it needed a special touch and bought the Allosaurus fossil. According to the developer, people found it intriguing, cool, and innovative. However, not everyone has the same opinion. Many believe that these fossils should be in museums for public study. Not only that, some of the people who are buying these fossils have a tendency to treat them as merely aesthetic pieces, or worse. Furthermore, they aren't really conducive to the home environment and aren't very easy to dust. Another problem is that some of them are fakes from China and others were carelessly illegally excavated and smuggled to other countries. Some paleontologists have started to work with private collectors, convincing some to donate their fossils. Hopefully, not too many fossils will be damaged and most of them will make their way to safe museums so that the study of paleontology will not be hindered. Have a great day, St. Paul's.
Good morning and welcome back to Gaming News. I am joined by my sports boy, the man of many names, Brinch Zangs.
What? Okay. Anyways, there's a lot of news we got about the two newest consoles.
A lot. Don't you mean none from Sony?
Yeah, true. Sony is giving basically nothing about the PS5, but the Xbox Series X has given us a lot of details.
Yeah, they really haven't. All they've really revealed is that no matter what Xbox you're coming from, your games can be played on the Series X, along with increased graphics and some slice-of-life fixtures.
And while the PlayStation has revealed nothing.
Sounds like Sony at their finest. Anyways, what about Nintendo, Bench?
What? Okay. Well, there is nothing related to the new Nintendo console.
Okay.
What are you talking about? We got a Minecraft update, dog.
Yes, the Minecraft update. Bricks, why don't you care to enlighten us?
Why do you have a speech impediment?
I do not know what you're talking about, Brunch.
You know what? Okay. Minecraft has done a full revamp of the Nether with new mobs, biomes, and new ores like netherite, a more ore that is stronger than diamond. Along with that, there are even new piglin mobs that will trade with you only if you have gold armor on.
Well, besides that, can we get a moment of silence for the zombie pigman mob that has been replaced by the piglins?
Now, besides all of that, there will soon be a way for you to set your spawn point in the Nether with a new block, Crying Obsidian. And that's all I have on the update.
Well, that sure seems like a good update. Besides that, we have some games to look forward to, like the new Final Fantasy remake, along with Cyberpunk 2077 and Doom Eternal.
And isn't that coming out the same day as Animal Crossing?
No, do not connect the dots on that. Anyways, that's all we have for you guys. See you guys next time.
What? Birds aren't real? That's what some people believe.
But why would they believe that?
I'm not sure. Let's take a look at some of their proof.
Let's see here. Aha! They believe that the CIA is behind all this.
Aren't they always?
They believe that in the early 2000s, 90% of the birds that people saw were actually government drone lookalikes.
So, what do they think that they were used for?
It says they were used on spying on the general public. I don't know, man. This stuff is kind of scaring me.
Are you serious? Come on, my guy. Do you really think that the government made a bunch of fake pigeons?
Not just pigeons, Gabe. It says almost all bird species in the U.S.
You aren't really buying this stuff, are you?
This is a very serious problem.
Bro, there's absolutely no proof that any of this stuff is actually real.
No proof, huh? Why do you think birds sit on electrical wires?
I don't know. Maybe their wings are tired.
They're recharging. Open your eyes to the truth, Gabe. I've cracked the code and just broadcasted it to 900 high school students, plus faculty.
Oh no. The CIA isn't going to be happy about this.
Run!
Meow. Welcome to Guerrilla Wolves Movie Review. Today's topic is the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, which we are not sponsored by. In this movie, Sonic is being hunted down for his powers and escapes from his world to Earth. He is then discovered on Earth and chased down by Robotnik, a genius scientist who builds very advanced robots, along with having a great sense of dance. While Sonic is being chased, he loses his magic rings and goes on a journey to get them back, which is just a glorified car trip. He needs these rings because they allow him to escape to other worlds. All he has to do is think about where he wants to go and throw the ring, and a portal opens to the place he was thinking about. The movie had a major setback in production, which was the original character design of Sonic. When the trailer first came out, many people were displeased with the look of Sonic because, he had human teeth on his design. So, the movie's release date was delayed by a couple months so they could remake him. This change was unpredicted and caught many fans off guard, but it was applauded greatly by the community. The official release received better reactions than the trailer did, and did even better than the movies such as Birds of Prey that were out at the time. Although some Sonic fans were mad about his origin story being random. So, my review of this Sonic movie. The movie was pretty good as far as character goes. Sonic was okayly portrayed. I mean, he kind of got his legs knocked out for part of the movie. That was kind of dumb. And they had a human protagonist to go along with him. Same guy who played in the Hop movie. He was pretty funny. Just kind of a remake of Hop because it's just a road trip. But it was pretty good. Action scenes, they're all right. Jim Carrey's Robotnik was probably one of the best parts about the movie. He put a lot of energy into it. It was pretty good. Sonic himself was alright. I mean, they had some kind of cringy moments when they made Sonic floss on screen twice. But besides that, I'm kind of obligated to give this movie a 10 out of 10 because something's making me, so yeah, 10 out of 10.